I'm getting my phone to note down what I need to talk about because I realized I lose my train of thoughts really easily. So I'm going to stop recording right now and write down my talking points, and then I will get back to you guys. Okay? Oh my gosh, I am so nervous. Like, what? Hi. I have been experiencing a wave of emotions for the past few months. I would have said for the past month, but I'll be lying to myself if I say it's only been for the past month. It's been for the past few months, and I can't even look at the camera directly. I have been experiencing a wave of emotions for the past few months, and yeah, I just want to talk about those emotions that I have been experiencing. I am not doing this for sympathy. I am not doing this for relatability. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this because I want to watch this video a few years or even months from now and, you know, pat myself on the back and tell myself, girl, if you could get through that, you're going to get through a lot more in life. I know I'm that type of person who does not assess and comprehend emotions. I don't process my emotions immediately. Especially if I receive bad news or if I'm very aware that there is a bad pattern of things going on in my life, I don't process those things immediately, and those things hit me later on. So yeah, that's what I've been experiencing for the past 2 months. In the past month, I have experienced grief, intense sorrow, especially caused by someone's death. In the past month, I have experienced grief when I lost my grandmother, my mom's mom, and I have experienced grief before, but I don't know, this time it was just different, and I didn't know how to handle those emotions. I didn't know how to go about it. At the time, I didn't know how to go about that emotion, and I didn't know how. I think what bothered me is I didn't know how to be there for myself and also be there for my grieving family. You may or may not know that I am the firstborn, and if you're a firstborn, if you know, you know. If you're a firstborn, you know. I didn't know how to be there for myself, and I also didn't know how to be there for my grieving family, especially my mom, because, you know, she lost her mom, and nobody talks about how you grieving and you being the support system to your grieving family. And in this case, I'm obviously talking about my mom, but I wish there was a manual about how people could go about that. And of course, I'm here, so we got here through God's grace, I guess, because if you ask me how I did it, I don't know how I did it. I just wish somebody had a manual to explain how to be there for yourself and to be there for others. And okay, I'm going to give you guys an example. There was a time I texted my best friend and told her, babe, I feel so guilty that I'm out here trying to live my best life, and my mom is probably going through a lot. She's grieving and she's processing other things that are happening in her life as well, and I feel guilty because should I be out here living my life while I have a family member that's going through it? Like, I didn't know. I felt guilty, you know. And I don't know if anybody has ever experienced that. If you have, please comment down below how you went about that. But for me, all of that was so new, and I didn't know how to deal with that, and it was a lot, you know.
Confusion, the state of being bewildered or unclear in one's mind about something.
With grief comes confusion, and a lot of questioning yourself and not being sure about where you stand in life. You know, you're questioning yourself, you're questioning your purpose, you're questioning God. As much as a lot of people don't want to ever hear that somebody is questioning God, it happens, you know, it's reality. These things happen all the time. You find yourself asking God, bro, like, do I have to be experiencing all of these things at once? Do I have to be going through this negative and now suddenly my grand is dead and there is another negative? You know, you question God. It's like, are you even seeing what's happening in my life? Like, are you aware of these things that are happening in my life? Or like, what's going on? I need answers. I think it's important to remind yourself that God knows, God is in control, and God is watching over you and your family, and He's going to comfort you guys, which He has done, and I'm really grateful. The last emotion that I want to talk about is gratitude.
Gratitude, the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness.
Amidst of all the other things, and despite of all the other things, you start feeling grateful for even the smallest things in your life, and everything becomes a lesson, and you're learning from all those experiences, and you know, you start appreciating even the smallest of things in your life. You start being grateful for being alive, the air that you breathe. You're grateful that you have food. You're grateful for your family. You start practicing gratitude, like genuinely practicing gratitude. You're really intentionally. Okay, I'm not speaking generally. I'm speaking for myself. I intentionally started practicing gratitude, which I'm not saying I wasn't doing that before, but it became prominent in the past few weeks, in the past month or so, and you know, I'm glad, because usually we take a lot of things for granted, and we shouldn't be taking the gift of life for granted. We shouldn't be walking around not being grateful for our family. We shouldn't be walking around not being grateful for our friends. We shouldn't be walking around not being grateful for, you know, being able to afford a meal a day and a lot of things, you know. So gratitude is really important to me personally. Practicing it is really important. One thing that happened, this is a side note, one thing that happened when my grand was being put in the grave, when she was being buried, like literally when she was being buried, there was a circular rainbow that appeared around us in that spot where we were when she was being buried, and that was so, like, that's the most calming, affirming sign I have ever received in my life. Honestly, that's the most affirming thing ever. I don't nobody can ever convince me that wasn't a sign from her, and that wasn't God talking to us that everything is going to be okay. Have you seen a circular rainbow in your life? I had never seen a circular rainbow in my entire life, so I was like, what, this is so dope. Like, wow. My grand lived in her purpose. My grand understood and lived her purpose. And one day wrote on my Instagram, before my grand died, we'd gone to see her about 2 months before her death, and I'd written on my Instagram that one day I'll make a documentary or like a short film about my grand, and I mean it. You know, I still want to do that. I still want to show the world. I want to show my kids. I want to show my kids that this is who we got it from. This is who we learned from. This is who showed us that you should understand and walk and live your purpose. So yeah, that's one thing I took away from the loss of my grand. She lived in her purpose, and I want to be the same, and I want to do the same, and I hope God guides me, and I hope God helps me so that I'm able to achieve all of that. Other than that, I've been trying to find my footing. I've been on a journey to being happy again, and so far so good, you know. So far so good. I'm doing the best I can. Anyway, yeah, that's it for today's video. If you found this what can I say? If you found this helpful, insightful, if you found this fun, if you enjoyed this, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and share with your friends and whoever might maybe need to watch this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video, which will hopefully be my birthday vlog, hopefully. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Stay safe. Bye.
You're doing. All I know is, baby, that you're showing off doing it good. When you look at me and my heart just starts moving. I haven't felt like this in a while. Girl, I wanna thank you for helping me find my smile. Found my smile.